Hello and welcome to another Skaredcast battle report. Today the Drukhari will once again go into battle as we play in this matched play strike force mission, and we battle over vital ground.
The Dark King.
Across this blasted landscape of ruins and detritus, we have two epic forces that hate each other to the bone, the Drukhari and the ancient Necrontia, which are robots versus pirates that are elves. We're going to have a great battle. Check it out. We're going to go over the armies and then dive into the game itself. Here is the Dark Eldar Drukhari army list, and you are right, I brought a Tantalus because I'm very, very excited to try it out. 1,500 points. It's a real space raid detachment. We have Archon Skari himself with no enhancements. He is the warlord. We have Lilith Hesperax herself as well, leading a squad of witches. And then we have, of course, the Homunculus with a brand new paint job. Look at that. He looks so cool with the Art of Pain enhancement. He is rocking brand new painted racks. That's right, 5 of them with 1 of each gun and 2 blocks of Kabalite warriors to go around with Archon Skari. Then we have 5 mandrakes ready to come in from the shadows. We've got 3 Reaver jet bikes with cluster caltrops and a heat lance. We have 3 grotesques with liquefier guns. I wanted to show these off because it's a bunch of conversions. I have a third-party miniature here. I have this, which is based off of an ogre with like a bunch of green stuff and like extra bits that I made a long time ago. I have an actual Games Workshop piece with like that I need to do some work on painting-wise, but it's a conversion as well. And then I have a Venom. I have a Ravager, a Raider, a Kronos, a Tantalus. Brings it all together to 1,500 points. I'll put the link to the list down in the description below. You can check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's take a look at the metal machines.
And 1,500 points of 10th edition Necrons. Ooh. So we have brought the king for his inaugural 10th edition journey today. He is accompanied with a whole hodgepodge of stuff. We have a Chronomancer, an Andrakir the Traveler, leading 10 Necron Immortals with Gauss Blasters. We have 2 heavy Locust Destroyers, 6 Canoptic Wraiths, 1 Technomancer with the Canoptic, not the Canoptic Cloak, the Canoptic Control Node today. Then we have a small little squad of 3 Ophidian Destroyers, and then 10 Necron Warriors, which will be in their Ghost Arc. And that's 1,500 points on the nose, while the Chronomancer holds on to the Veil of Darkness.
Well, we're playing with some really cool like area terrain sets, kind of bringing some of the larger pieces into the forefront here. We've got Dawn of War deployment, which is really cool, like this. So there's 3 objectives down the middle, 1 in each deployment zone. We're playing Vital Ground. So the one in your zone is worth 2. Any one of the ones in No Man's Land is worth 5 for each you control in No Man's Land. And the one in your opponent's deployment zone is worth 6 victory points. And Targets of Opportunity, which is essentially we get to draw 3 tactical missions this game per turn. And that's what we're going to do. So let's dive in. And here we are after deployment. I've decided to put Lilith and her witches and Raider in Deep Strike. 5 Kabalite Warriors are split with the Venom. I put 5 in there. Then I put 10 with the Archon and the other 5 in the Tantalus because it carries 16. The Kronos is over here. Mandrakes, Grotesques, 3 River Jet Bikes, Ravager, and my Homunculus with his racks back here ready to fight over this battlefield. John, what have you deployed over here?
So we have a Ghost Arc with the Technomancer and 10 warriors in it. We have the King, 6 Wraiths, 2 Heavy Destroyers, 10 Immortals with Andrakir and a Chronomancer, and then in Deep Strike we have the Ophidians.
Very cool. I like it. Let's dive into first turn. I won the roll to go first. So Dark Eldar, turn 1, I got extend battle lines. So that's hold 2 objectives. So hold that objective and one of them in no man's land. I got secure no man's land, hold 2 in no man's land, and behind enemy lines. Because if this, of course, in this mission, we get to keep 3 cards in our hand. So with that, I get a pain token because of my Art of Pain. And because my Venom with Kabalites is next to this objective, I sticky it. And now it's under my control until John takes it away. So I'm going to come back off to the shooting phase, and we'll see what happened. Turn number 1. Ran up my Grotesques to take that objective. Ran up my Rax and Homunculus. They weren't able to get into range of that objective. However, they've just started to move up to threaten that Ghost Ark. I did move up this Ravager to the side here to protect it from other guns, and took 4 wounds off of that Ghost Ark. It has a 4-up invulnerable save. So, and 14 wounds. Very tough to take down. The Tantalus got super aggressive, moved up at full speed, put all of its guns with everything inside into the Wraiths. I only killed 3. And then John used a command point to enact reanimation protocols right away, bringing one of his Wraiths back. And then the Tantalus failed a charge into the Immortals that are behind that building. However, with that, I will get Extend Battle Lines. I will get Secure No Man's Land for 2 points. That's 10 points in total. And I will hold on to behind enemy lines. Because I do feel that is something that I'm more than likely going to be able to do at some point. And since we get to draw 3 cards every turn, I still get to draw 2 next turn, which I'm really excited about. And with that, on to John's turn number 1.
Okay, so we have gotten the the warriors out of the Ghost Ark so that they can start to do their investigate signals. We've moved the king into the center of the table to draw line of sight to the Grotesques. The Wraiths have moved up and took a cheeky overwatch.
They did. Grotesques all have a liquefy gun, so they had a little flamer. Yeah. So I was able to do 2 wounds and killed one of the ones that had come back. Very exciting.
The heavy destroyers have moved up to draw a line on the Tantalus, and then the Immortal block is also coming up.
I like it. And shooting phase / potential charge phase.
Let's do it. Okay, big turn for the Necrons. So we have investigated the signals over here.
The king and these, they have guns now. Totally just killed my Grotesque without even blinking.
King did some heavy lifting.
He has an Adeline sight gun too. That's scary.
Yep. The heavy destroyers didn't do anything.
He's still alive. My Tantalus is alive.
With 3 wounds.
Yep, 3 wounds remaining. Next turn, dead. But, I just needed it to survive 1 turn.
These Immortals over here got enraged and shot, and then ran up and started bonking it.
Well, to be honest, Anarchy gives him +1 to wound, which was massive into the toughness 10 Tantalus.
Yep. And
reroll all wounds because the Tantalus was on an objective, and you just get reroll all wounds with that unit, which made it very, very reliable at doing damage.
It's I'm very pleased with the performance. Good job.
Good job. So how many points did you score this time?
So we get 2 for investigate signals because I did it in 1 corner. We are going to get 5 victory points for area denial. And we will get another 5 for extend battle lines, bringing the total to 12.
12 to 10 as the Necrons take the lead, and we go into Dark Eldar turn number 2. At the end of the Necron turn, my Mandrakes go into the shadows, because they can do that every turn. I do have behind enemy lines. There's a nice big hole that they can come into as well. So hopefully I get deploy, teleport homers or something as well, which would be very, very useful. My racks, I lost 3 racks to the Ghost Ark, which was really sad. So in my turn, I got Area Denial, which is the same as what John got last turn. I still have behind enemy lines, and I've been ordered to defend my stronghold. So I have to kill the Wraiths regardless, because if I don't, and I have to put something in there and zone it out because you've got Deep Strikers, you've got Ophidians and stuff and whatnot. Okay, so let's see what I can do as we move into my turn number 2. I get a pain token because my Art of Pain guy's still alive. And I get a command point, bringing my total up to 2. And John's is up to 2 as well. End of the movement phase. I decided to hide them, just to force you to shoot them again with that. The Ravagers kind of popped out, potentially shoot that way. And then I've got the Kronos that did run to get in range of everything to try and get pain token regeneration up. I got my Archon squad out. I got this unit of Cabalites out. I got them out. I got these guys. They advanced. They've got assault weapons though, so they're out. I've got this out that can see the Immortals. I'm just committing. Okay, let's see how much damage we can do. And the Mandrakes did come in to get my behind enemy lines at least. And then I want to try and kill the Wraiths. And then that's why this unit of Cabalites is sacrificing themselves dearly to try and get my my thing in the middle. Area Denial. That's the one I was so let's go into it. Now Anrik here has a really cool ability where in the shooting phase he gets to pick an enemy vehicle within 12 and I have to take a battle shock test for it. If I fail the battle shock test, they can't shoot. But if I pass it, it's just -1 to hit, which means you get something cool regardless. It's actually really cool. So I'm going to roll. I did pass the battle shock test earlier and pass it again. So it is just -1 to be hit. But he can do that every turn. Could be a knight, could be like anything. Just be like, you. That's really, really cool, actually. End of the Drukhari shooting phase. I did kill all the Wraiths. I lobbed a grenade with a Phantasm, did 5 mortal wounds after the Wraiths were actually starting to become a thorn in my side, which was great. So I was able to kill them. I was able to kill the heavy destroyers, and I did kill a few Immortals. Then you reanimated. I vected the reanimate, I still have to shoot with them. My apologies. They have 1 more gun to shoot. So I did end up also shoot. I killed 1 more guy. So 2 charges with the Archon's unit and the other unit of Cabalites that moved up, and I did put 6 wounds on this. So it's now down to 7 wounds remaining. Okay, let's see what happens with that. So with it, let's dive into the charge phase. I like it. I did get some good pain tokens. I'm up to 4 again, which is really, really cool, even though I spent a ton in shooting. And then that Kronos was like, everybody gets them back. And I killed a few units to get some, which is cool. Okay, so jump into that. Oh my goodness, I got really lucky. John has a sad face on right now. He's very disappointed that all of his Immortals died because I literally came down to a man. That's literally what happened. Anyway, I did charge in. I was able to kill the Immortals so they cannot regenerate, and then I didn't do any damage to Anrik here or the Chronomancer, but the Tantalus did take 2 more damage. It has 1 wound remaining. It's still alive, barely. However, at the end of the turn, I finished the turn with 3 pain tokens. I did get behind enemy lines for 1 unit, which is going to be for 3 victory points for that. I will get my Area Denial for 5, and I'm starting to defend my stronghold that will give me 3 points if I successfully defend that at the end of John's turn. With the 2 points that I got for primary that turn, it does bring my total up to 3, 5, 15, 20. 20 points. Awesome. So with that, let's dive into Necron tier turn number 2.
Okay, so we got Overwhelming Force, which means I need to kill something on an objective. There are plenty of options. We got Assassination, so Skari has to die. And Engage on all fronts, which is I need to be in every table quarter to get those
Minimum
points.
3, but yes. 3 you get points. If you were within 3, you will get 2 points, plus 1 because you're playing tactical. So 3 points for 3, and then 5 points for 4, which is really cool.
Okay, so we're throwing caution into the wind. We're not going to be scoring a whole lot on objectives this round because we have to actually start removing some models, or else, points are good, but you can't score without models. So we moved the warriors up and got them in the Ghost Arc with an advance, and then the Ghost Arc moved up.
Mm-hmm.
The King has moved up to pressure the center of the board. And the Ophidians have come in to hopefully come over and assist this.
Yep, and put a charge on. They have lots of attacks, which would be really good.
Yep.
I rapid ingressed Lilith with her Blood Brides right here with a Deep Striking Raider at the end of the second turn. Movement phase, which is good. Witches are fantastic against infantry only. They do nothing against anything else, really. So the aim is to hopefully try and crack that open next turn and then get Lilith in and just murder a bunch of warriors. That's the hope, but if I can't crack that, they're going to go and just flail against a tank and do nothing, which is because they're only strength 4 and They don't have any anti-tank. They're like nothing. It's just they're wounding on 6s, no rerolls to wound, nothing, no like auto wounds. So witches are very, very, very specific to killing infantry, which would be like them or like the characters. But right now, Ghost Arc is the best I can do. Well, let's go into shooting. Something that was the range on the stuff here went down, didn't it?
Yeah, so the Menhirs used to be 36 inches. They're now 24, which is a big deal.
Yeah, because now these Menhirs can't shoot my Ravager because the Ravager's actually too far away, which is weird.
It's strange. They were
very weird.
One of my very few anti-tank guns, and now
they want you to sort of take like Doomsday Arcs and heavy destroyers and things like that, which is interesting. At least it seems that way.
It seems like the play style they want is get into the middle of the board and always be within 24 inches.
That does also make sense, especially with crazy durable Lich Guard, which we saw last game. Okay, let's dive into the shooting phase and we'll come back. Mid-update turn, my Tantalus is dead. Wah, wah, wah.
Go King!
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, he basically 2 frame guns just framed it, and it's now dead. And my Tantalus is no more. It has ceased to be. It is going to meet its maker. It's pining for the fields
for
as well.
extensive repairs.
Yeah. End of the shooting phase. You did kill Tantalus. You put 1 wound on this raider with all the Gauss guns. And the out of line of sight super star gun, pew, killed both of my racks, allowing you to take that objective away.
Woohoo!
That's right. So charges.
King will go into the Catalyst.
Doing that one first because you really want that one to happen. So you want to be able to have a reroll if you need it. I don't think you will though.
Ooh.
It's from this guy, right? Is he the closest?
They're both
within 6.
equidistant.
Yeah. So you make it in with that. So
Yeah.
5 inches moving. Now we get to see what the king does in combat.
Boom.
I feel like the king will be relatively. Does he still make you fight last or something like that?
No,
Or
he doesn't.
interesting.
You
He
know,
doesn't have fights first.
He does not.
Interesting as well.
He has some auras that make charges better, but we're just gonna put that like that for now.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the big one though.
This is the big one.
So 9 inches to get into Archon Skari's unit. Ooh, let's see if we see some Ophidian action.
Whoop.
Oh,
Close.
Close. You do have. You're going to use your last CP for this.
I am.
Okay, changing dice and everything.
I am changing the dice.
Oh my goodness gracious. Will it happen? Oh,
Yeah!
it did. Awesome. And the Ophidians go, rah, rah, rah. Uh-oh. They're going to come and eat Archon Skari for lunch. Good job. Wee. John is so happy right now. They're infantry, by the way, so they can go through buildings, which is really cool. Okay, well, we'll come back and see what the result of this is. I don't have a court, so I'm not fights first. By the way, if you're wondering, I did stab my hand with my hobby knife. Literally, really, there was a lot of blood. Okay, that's why. And, okay, let's take this out. End of the turn.
Okay.
What happened?
I scored overwhelming force, and then my stuff died.
You killed them with the king, just absolutely killed them.
Yep.
You killed the Tantalus, so that'll give you, it's 3 points per to a max of 5, so you get 5 points for that. Oh, you also killed another unit, so technically more, but max is 5. And then then Archon Skari killed Anrakir the Traveler, but the Ophidians, with the Quicksilver reactions, actually only killed 2 of the Cabalites, as my -1 to hit came really big in that combat over there. But with that, you will get overwhelming force. You're getting rid of your 2 cards.
I'm going to get rid of Engage on all fronts and Assassinate.
So that means you will get a free command point as we move into turn number 3 now. Wow, it feels like forever. And then that one objective will get stickied for me because I've got Cabalites nearby as we move into the next turn. And I do get my defense stronghold. And before we go into movement, attempting target. Which objective would you like me to try and get, John?
The one the king's holding.
What's his OC, by the way?
6.
He's 6. And is each Menhir 1 or 0?
I believe each Menhir is 1.
Okay, my Mandrakes are going back into reserve as always. Capture enemy outpost, which is taking your home objective, and storm hostile objective, which is taking an objective you currently control, which would be that one or this one. Okay, let's dive into the next turn. End of the movement phase. Ravager poking out to try to kill that. Homunculus just staying close by. the venom moving out to just prevent you from being able to disembark too far away. You did overwatch my witches as they moved up and killed 2 of them with the ghost arc. The bikes flew over the king and did a mortal, and then they're bringing the heat lance to bear, hopefully, and then the raider here also bringing that up too. The mandrakes who had popped up at the end of your turn come back down to basically take that objective, and then I'm just going to stay. Everybody in here is just going to stay there. It's going to be a mess. It'll be fun, and then I'm bringing a Kronos in for fun as well, because you get to fight me first here. There's one with a wound. Hopefully I can kill one and then not have as many attacks come back my way. So with that, let's dive into the shooting phase, and we'll come back. Okay, so I didn't kill the ghost arc. It has 3 wounds remaining. I missed with heat lance and another. Anyway, it was close. It was really close. And I had to grenade it. Didn't do anything. And then a blast pistol missed as well. Oh no! So I'm charging in. I have to try to kill it. Here I was talking about how that would be bad, and it happened. And then I did kill one with blast pistols, and then I got some charges in. But you're gonna get to fight with them first. And the Kronos is probably not gonna kill anything. Okay, and I don't have any CP because I had to use it on my on that thing. Yeah, good times. So with that, let's dive into combat. She has fights first, so she gets to go first. End of the turn. Well, I failed to kill it. Didn't do any. I did 2. Oh no, you passed 2 saves. I failed to do any damage to it in combat, as I said I would. And then it squished 2 of my blood bright. The mandrakes did put a couple of wounds on, 3 wounds with their little mortal woundy stuff on there, bringing Menhir down to 2 wounds remaining.
Mhm.
I did kill the Ophidians with Skari because they are infantry, and his with a pain token reroll hits and wounds is murder. Absolutely love him. With that, though, you do get 5 points on primary for holding that objective. However, in my turn, I didn't get tempting target, so I will get rid of it for a command point at this point of the game. I did get 5 points for capture enemy outpost, and 8 points for capture enemy outpost, and 5 points for taking an objective that you controlled, which means it does bring me up to quite a few secondary mission points as we move into your turn, number 3.
Okay, so we have Storm Hostile Objective, Defend Stronghold, which is going to be tricky, and Secure No Man's Land.
Take 2 objectives in No Man's Land.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then we've got some reanimations to make, some battle shock tests, and we'll come back at the end of the movement phase.
Okay, so the king sort of exerted his zone of control.
I love it.
And he will be re-rolling all. Ooh, we'll come back to that. The Ghost Star
Failed the battle shock test.
failed its battle shock, and but it still has a whole bunch of wounds.
He does. He's
Yep.
up to 6 again.
And then our Chronomancer over here is just kind of hanging out, back up to 3 wounds, but has a whole lot of people on him.
That's right. Archon Skari's like wants another soul for his soul trap. Come here. Huge shout out to Pro Painted Studios that sent me these cool little battle shocked ones. They have them in a whole bunch of different colors. Check them out because they're really cool and they're really colorful. It's very, because it's easy to forget who's battle shocked and who's not. It's nice to have little markers. He has a bunch of stuff for different factions, so check him out. There's a website. I'll put a link in the description as well. End of the shooting phase. You did 6 mortal wounds to the bikes and killed them. And then the Staff of Falling Stars murdered all my mandrakes. However, you had 16 misses with your 20 shots against my witches, only killing 2.
Those -1 to be hit came in huge.
They did. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to combat. She has fights first with her blood bright, so she will get to fight. But now there's 6 wounds on that tank, so that's not going to happen. And, and over here, Archon Skari gets to fight too. So I'm going to go ahead and fight with her first, and we'll come back and see what happens. Okay, so end of the turn. Lilith scratched the paint. Oh, you do get to fight me back, though, over here.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Lilith scratched the paint, and then Archon Skari killed him, but then he used the command point to come back, so he's just going to, boop, at the end of the phase, come back. But that means I can't pile in or consolidate or anything over there.
So I will get Storm Hostile Objective.
You took that one, which I had.
And defend my stronghold.
You're going to start working on that now.
Yeah.
I just have to kill 1 Menhir, and then hopefully wound another. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And then I'm going to get rid of Secure No Man's Land.
Get yourself a command point. Cool. Do you want us to roll to see if this Ghost Arc squishes a witch or 2?
Let's see if I crushing bulk them.
One?
One
Oh,
hit.
you hit one time. You wounded one time. And you crush another witch. For not about this at this point, I'm not surprised. It's so silly. I love it.
Okay.
However, battle shocked, which does mean I will hold that, which is really cool. And then we go into my turn. Cool. And that would be turn number 4. What have I been ordered to do? Investigate signals, get into the different corners of the map, and get points. Bring it down, kill the king, because he's the... actually, no, bring it down is just for every... That's the old bring it down. The new one is just get points for every monster or vehicle you do kill.
Mhm.
No, that's a whole unit. I think it's unit, not models. No, it's a model. Are they a model?
They are a model.
Ooh, so each one of them counts as 2 points. Oh, that's pretty cool. He counts as... No, 14, so he'd be 3 points.
Yes.
Okay. We got a mission and assassination. I think Skari is gunning for some blood. Nope, over there first.
You should go for the king.
I will eventually. We'll have a tout. We'll tout, and it'll be fun. It'll be entertaining. Can he do the whole lose a menhir and reanimate automatically? Yes, he can.
He can now.
Oh, that's so silly. Okay, I love it. Good thing I vected that. By vect, I mean used my devious mastermind ability to make it cost an additional command point, which is a great one to do against Necrons, so they don't just reanimate all the time. Anyway, let's do some movements. End of the movement phase. Lilith and her witches fell back. The homunculus, Ravager, and everything's kind of popped up this way. And then Archon Skari is getting ready to try to get that assassinate point, but also potentially do some damage into the king. Okay, let's do some shooting, see what happens. End of the shooting phase.
It's not dead.
It has 3 wounds left. Passed like every vulnerable save it had to make. It was madness. On a positive note, I assassinated who I needed to assassinate, and then I killed a menhir, and then it brought back a menhir because you have a reanimation stratagem. Great. So let's try to do some charges. So I'm gonna have to do some shenanigans to essentially charge in with a raider. I think the raider is the closest one to the base, so I'm gonna have to do the raider, which means I will be spending a token. I have a command. You know, I'm gonna use the just a reroll, because if I don't make it, then there's no point in using the stratagem anyway or whatever to try and. No, I have 1 pain token left. I wanted to save it. I want to save it for a special occasion. So charge phase. I am going to spend a pain token on that.
On the raider.
Okay. He has a charge. Okay, so it made it. Okay, didn't need. So it has to base. It's going to base you because it can. And now, after it's done a charge move, I will use my 1 command point.
Okay.
To tank shock you.
Uh-oh.
What's your strength? What's your toughness? Sorry.
9.
9. Okay, so my strength is 6. So I only get 6 dice for a tank shock. On 5s, you take a mortal. I need 3 mortals to ram you, to kill you, to then get you out, to then charge you with Lilith. Man, I'm literally jumping through hoops here to try kill you. Ready? No. Sad. Well, that's okay. So let's just charge you with the homunculus, and let's just charge you with a venom and good. Oh, I can't even make it into combat. That's okay. So it's blocked off. I can't really get there anymore. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna charge with my Archon's unit.
Okay.
Long bomb charge. Ooh, I don't know if they're within 10.
Ooh, you
Close?
Just maybe.
No, it seems like that's an out, isn't it?
Mm.
Here, use a smaller measuring tape that's easier to maneuver.
Mm.
I know, folks. Dun 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 dun
It's
dun
just-
dun
it's
dun
just gun
dun
barrel.
dun. Oh,
And then I go and bump my model. I don't know.
with a bump of the model. With all of the bumps. Do you want to say it's in or out?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, let's go. You're moving, man. Let's do this. They're gonna get murdered by a king. And Archon Skari is all the way in the back of this unit, so that'll be very entertaining. Okay, good job, Skari. Epic battle. I did nothing with my cablites.
It was a gallant effort.
Skari's like right at the end of this pile of dudes, and now you get your 12 attacks.
Hitting on 2s.
Rerolling 1s because
Rerolling
of your
1s.
aura of doom, and wounding on 2s. This king is actually really dangerous. He's like terrifying.
And rerolling 1 wound.
That's 12 wounds at AP a lot.
AP 3.
Oh, AP 1 or 3. There's 2 very different APs.
AP 3.
1,
2 damage each.
12. Okay. You ready? 6
Yep.
ups. Okay, you killed all of them. And now Archon Skari is going to start taking Shadowfield saves. You ready? First one. Good. Second one. Good. Third one. Okay. Fourth one. He lives. Fifth one. Sixth one. He's still okay.
Oh.
2 more to go. First one. Last one. Yes! Go Shadowfield. But all his friends died. Now he's alone and ready to be... He challenges you to single combat. How dare you step on my land? My homunculus killed the ghost arc with his little pokey. Okay, so you can't get the whole unit out within 3 inches without getting within an inch of me. 3 inches wholly within 3 of your base.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have to now go wholly within 6 inches of your base. So you automatically go outside, but you take mortals on 1s, 2s, and 3s. So because you can't put the whole unit down, you go 6 inches out.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
And I will
That's
come
how that
back
works.
with the roll.
So they were able to get out, and 5 of them died. Now the Technomancer gives the Necrons a 5-up feel no pain, which was very useful in that combat. Like once they got out, because if not, you would have lost 7 of them or something like that.
Yeah,
which would have been that would have been crazy. But at least you held. They are battle shocked at the moment, which means if I needed any points, then I could score it now. But that battle shock goes away at the start of your turn, essentially. And then, of course, you get to reanimate them and all that good stuff. Okay, so with that, I killed 1 Menhir for 2 points. I killed the Ghost Arc for 3 points. So that's 5 plus 1 for playing tactical. So that gives me 6 points there. I don't get any Investigate Signals. I'm going to discard that card for a free command point. And I did get 5 for Assassinate, bringing my total up to a lot of points. Okay, and with that, we go into John's. He successfully defends his stronghold, however.
Woohoo.
So he gets 3 points for that, and he will get 2 and 5 for 7 points on primary as we move into turn. Oh, and then you might actually be able to steal that away from me, because you won't be battle shocked, and then D3 plus
3.
4. Yeah, you're gonna take that away from me. Oh look, 4 of them come back. Amazing. Hooray. What did you get, John?
Okay, we got Deploy Teleport Homer.
Do an action in my zone or in the middle of the table.
Yeah, Cleanse.
And by action, we mean pick a unit that's eligible to shoot. They can't shoot or charge, and they complete something if they're within range of some place.
So action.
Exactly. Why did they change that? I don't know. Cleanse is do another action on objectives in No Man's Land. And then attempting target, I get to pick a objective, and if you take it, you get 5 points. So that one over there.
All right.
Okay. And with that, let's move it. I've already gotten 45 points for secondaries, which means I can't score any more secondary points. I'm done. There's nothing I can do there. So let's go on to your turn 4. So at the end of the turn, you just walked up within 10 inches of my deployment zone, or within my deployment zone, and did Teleport Homer with the
with the Cryptex unit?
Yep. So you get 5 points there. And then you decided to cleanse with the king and got 3 points there. So you just decided to go for 8 points. Because right now, I maxed out on secondaries, and we're actually not that far off on primaries.
So that means I need to get 9 points in
Oh
the last
my
turn
goodness. That's going to be
tie the
crazy. Well, I can't get any more secondaries. I'm going to draw because... engage, deploy, teleport, Homer, overwhelming force is basically going to be a free command point. I do get another 7 victory points at the last turn here for my home objective and 1 objective in No Man's Land that I control. And with that, I'm just going to try and just be annoying. Yeah, that's how that works. Just going to try to be annoying. So let's dive in, and last turn for the Drukhari, see what we can do. End of the movement phase. I can't get any more secondaries, so I'm just going to draw. You cannot get a command point on the 5th battle round when you discard one of the cards, so this is pretty pointless for me, just in general. I moved up my witches. They're going to come in and hopefully charge in. And then all my tanks. I put a couple of pain tokens out. The Archons are going to stay still so he doesn't get overwatched by the king. And then these have moved up as well, and I put a pain token on them. So we've just got a couple of different things going in. And we'll be back at the end of the shooting phase, see what happens. Okay then, well, my shooting phase, I killed a couple of warriors and did nothing to the king. Okay, cool. All the Dark Lances just did nothing. Time to charge. Okay, I'm going to charge with this guy first.
Yep.
He goes 5. Then we're going to go into the Archon himself. He's going to just base the king.
Ooh.
That's right. He's going to base the king this way. Then we're going to try to get them over as well. Nope. I've got 2 CP left. What do I want to do? Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and charge this Venom into your warriors. Oh, yeah, baby. Pop! And then this Venom is going to tank shock you for a CP. That's 8 dice from this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On 5s to a maximum of 6, though. That's 2 mortal wounds. So you feel no pains there. 1 more guy goes down there. And then we definitely have the homunculus jumping in. And then we have the witches jumping in as well. So they're just going to pop in and have a good time. Okay, neat. And we're going to run the Ravager in too. Into there. Nope. And then the Raider into there too. Nope. Okay. They didn't want to come and play. So with that, let's do some fights. I'm really excited about this one though. So Lilith and the homunculus just murdered all of the warriors there. However, he did spend a command point. He's coming back with 2 wounds at the end of the phase, which is fine. He's going to just come back. And then Archon Skari charged in just to try tie in your king. You've done 10 wounds to him. Shadowfield time. Oh, I told you. If he hasn't failed one by now, it's just not going to happen. He's just going to live the whole game. Oh my goodness. What is this? Madness!
Cool.
Yeah, he's taken like 20 saves so far. Amazing. Good job, Skari. He's like, ah! And with that, it's the end of my turn. And I can't score any more points. So it's up to John to see what he can do at the end of the game here. Cool. I love it. That's it. Turn 5 for the Necrons. See how close we can make it. Oh, no way. He's going to get captured enemy outpost. That's 8 points if he can take my objective. Behind enemy lines, which is 3 points if you have a dude, which you will. And then no prisoners, which is 2 points for everything you kill to a max of 5. Okay? That's it. Let's see what you can do here. This game is so close right now. I'm terrified of finding out what the final score is going to be. You shot into this, didn't kill it, which does mean I'm likely going to be able to just stop this. I'm actually going to make sure that I fight with this first. And she's going to go this way.
Ooh.
And base you here to make sure that he cannot get anywhere near this objective.
Smart.
Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and fight that first. By the way, your Technomancer got onto that objective. That's going to give you a ton of points at the end here. It's crazy. 3 hits, no saves from that. And now you get to attack with your king. And I will make your king -1 to hit Archon Skari in close combat with my final command point.
All right.
To try and keep him alive. Oh. Archon Skari needs to take another 10 hits here. Okay, let's see what happens. So, first one. His shadow field is strong. Today, will he take 30 shadow field saves? Oh, he's going to fail it. And then he will die. So that will give you 4. And I think, does it give you an extra point for tactical? No. It's 2 points each. So that's 4. Wow, what a crazy turn. That's 8 plus 4 plus 3. So that's 12. 15 points on secondaries there. Plus, you don't hold this one, but you do get 5, and that's 6. So you'll get 11 primary points at the end.
That brings me to 30.
Yeah, that's very, very close. Okay, so we'll come back with a points total. Stay tuned. Check this out. 40 secondary points thanks to capturing the outpost and behind enemy lines at the end of the game because of that Technomancer. 30 primary to 29 primary, giving the victory to the Necrons by 1 bloody flipping point.
Woo!
I want to flip this table right now because John got so salty and he still beat me. Oh man, what a great game though. That was fantastic. That was like peak 40K.
That was
awesome. You know what it was? Not killing that Ghost Ark when I needed to kill it.
Yeah.
It was literally that Ghost Ark surviving way longer than it should have. That's everything else was awesome. Skari making almost 30 shadow field saves, almost surviving to then 2 points. I don't think that actually mattered because at the end you had so many more than 40 and I already had a bunch of 40. Oh, what a crazy game. What an awesome, awesome game.
Skari made 26 shadow field
Yeah,
saves.
that's right. Or something like that. Somebody should count them. But other than that, let's come back with a little after action report. Oh, John, what are you doing to me?
One
Get out of here. Make sure your mic's on, by the way.
One.
Get wrecked.
They can hear it. 1 point.
Oh, man. That's why you never give up till the very end, folks. That was a very, very good game, Warhammer. And for all of you that quit the game thinking I was going to win, shame. Shame on you.
That's it.
Even I thought I was going to win.
The cards.
Oh, man. Anyway, it was a really fun game. Highlander.
So much fun. Try it.
One, that's great. Now, we have some big cool news, or John does, because John is opening a sort of like a club gaming venue store here in Barrie, Ontario. Tell us about the Tabletop Forge.
We are opening the Tabletop Forge in Barrie, right off the highway, right off of Mapleview on 11 King Street.
Nice.
We'll be having all the tabletop games that you can think of. We have Warhammer 40K, we have AOS, we have board games, we've got Magic, we've got Pokemon, we've got Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you want to play. If you play it on a hard surface, you come to the Forge, sit down, make some friends, record some videos. I'll be there. New studios are there for recording. And Skari will also be there.
I will. That's where I'm going to be moving the basement studio. It's going to be moving to an actual professional studio. Of course, it's not without thanks to all the patrons, because thanks to the patrons, I get to finance something like that. If you like to support the channel and help me improve the content that we make over here and that I make, and to get more guests in and to have people like John helping out, support me on Patreon. The link will be down in the description below. And of course, I'm really looking forward to working with this guy all the time, which will be really fun. Other than that, you're all amazing. Thanks all for tuning in. I've been Skari. This has been John the Cron.
Bye, everybody.
The Dark Kin. You mother...
One